Welcome back. Currently, we're setting up for Blasto with St. Connor. You're watching Summer Games Done Quick, hosted by Speed Demos Archive and Speedruns Live, raising money for Doctors Without Borders. Speed Demos Archive is the premier community for video game speedruns, completing games as quickly as possible through extensive planning, practice, and knowledge of game mechanics and glitches. Speedruns Live is the best site to race video games online against others. Players of all skill levels are welcome to join, whether you'd like to become competitive or just race casually with your friends. You can go to their front page, speedrunslive.com, for more information and to watch a wide variety of speedrun streams. Doctors Without Borders is an international medical humanitarian organization created by doctors and journalists in France in 1971.
We'll see.
Today, MSF provides independent, impartial assistance in more than 60 countries to people whose survival is threatened by violence,
for all, all bosses?
Primarily due to armed conflict, epidemics, malnutrition, exclusion from healthcare,
There's a
or
bidding war
natural
for
disasters.
Selden, Elcard
In 1999,
versus
Doctors Without Borders received the Nobel Peace Prize for their effort.
Gotta suck up to the organizer.
Also, the Richter runner might not be here.
So coming up is Blasto.
That's not
with
true.
St. Connor, Twitch TV /
We
St.
just don't
Connor.
know it is yet. I'm 100% sure this game has a demo warp where you can just start at the wrong time.
There is a warp route, so.
Well, yeah. I was like, I don't even know how to test this. I know it's there. I know it. Like,
Yeah, probably in, yeah. Okay.
you'll know better than me. If I'm talking, there's time. Just talk over me.
Hey,
Have
feel
him
free
start
to talk
reading it.
whenever. I'm doing this to delay the demo.
So we've just added a new donation incentive.
You don't want to accidentally demo
for a risk of rain. We're doing a co-op run Thursday morning, if you're in like an American time zone.
Okay.
So take a look at that and make sure you put your
Can we give
money
you a
towards the
countdown?
character you're looking for.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Hello, I'm St. Connor, here with the masterful PJ.
No, just PJ will work.
Just PJ. So I'm gonna be running Blasto. More accurately, breaking Blasto.
Yeah. This game has some serious issues with a lot of things. Collision detection is more or less a suggestion in this game. And they try and get you to go through these routes and the stages such that you have to hit switches to disable barriers. But they put these walls next to the barriers in most cases, and you can just go right through them or around the barrier or...
Just whatever, the barriers don't exist.
Yeah, they simply do nothing to stop Blasto because Blasto goes where he pleases.
Yeah, so it seems like I'm just jumping for no reason, but believe it or not, it is actually faster because Blasto lunges forward a little bit when he jumps. So it's not like super fast. It's not like neutral slide spins or arm pumping or anything ridiculous. It's really easy just jumping, but it does save frames over time. Oh, wow.
If you recognize that voice, that's Phil Hartman.
Yeah, so what I did there is there's a set fall distance before you die, but it just so happens that that little piece of glass is just high enough to avoid it. So I just land on it and avoid going through the rest of the stage. So we're at the exit now.
Yeah, that section there, that hexagonal thing that he went around and just jumped off behind it, there was a gate that you were supposed to hit a switch to get past, but...
Yeah, so that's stage 1.
Yeah, they kind of prevent you from doing that by the fall damage, but they accidentally put really tall things nearby. So
episode 2, there's actually 4 areas in episode 2, but we're not going to visit any of them except for one. So...
Yeah, again, you're supposed to kind of go from one to the next, and you hit a switch, and it lowers a gate in another area, and then you just kind of go around in circles hitting stuff. But again, they kind of messed up when they tried to stop us from going where we want.
Get out of my way, please.
So,
So, this exit here, Got these little lights on it. Those lights have hitboxes. So I'm just gonna climb the exit. And we're moving on.
This game is so good. So my first time playing this,
Oh, well, that was bad.
I got really lost because it's a pretty big stage. And I happened to choose the red area at one point, and they labeled the exit with a huge sign. I was like, oh, it's blocked. I'll just see if I can go through the wall next to it. It turns out you can, but it's slower than just jumping over the gate. So they really messed up when they wanted you to actually do this stage.
So just shoot that guy to spawn these health pills. That way I can kind of get through the end of the level. Because the end of the level is extremely difficult, mostly because of those homing mines.
Nice jumps. The fire is instant death.
You can see I'm taking a bunch of damage, but it's pretty much unavoidable.
Yeah.
Those mines do whatever they want. And
Well
that's
done.
episode 2. So episode 3 is more of the same. There's 4 different areas, but I'm only going to visit one. Except then we use a lot of death abuse in this stage.
Yeah.
And I also do another a YOLO jump coming up here.
Jump is so scary. Shoutouts to Renofloss, by the way.
Yeah.
He's not here, but he helped a lot with the routing for this game. I think he was the one that found this.
He's found pretty much everything. Like I found
Nice
2 new tricks, and but he's helped me refine those tricks too. So I'm just getting those guys out of the way because they'll follow me forever.
Yeah.
Unless I kill them. So.
So the other thing in this game, you're supposed to rescue the babes. You don't even see most of them because he skips so much of the stage. But there's one right there who he might save.
Oh, I'm gonna do it just so I have enough health because she refills your health and also gives you 2 extra lives. Yeah, gotta love the voice acting. Misogyny at its best.
Yes, that jump that he did to land on that crate, like just at the very corner, it skipped this huge crusher section. And again, you have to go and disable with all these different switches, and it takes a really long time.
So, once you respawn, that was totally on purpose, I promise. So once you respawn, you have invulnerability for a short period of time. So getting squashed allows me to go just right past the crusher.
Nicely done. Good. Nice, nicely done.
So there's an issue with those crushers. If I land on them and grab the actual edge of the crusher, it'll smash my fingers and I'll fall to my death. But I'm in mid-climb animation when the death happens, so when I respawn, I'll start climbing like in midair.
Yeah,
And I'll just keep doing it as long as I keep dying.
yeah, it's horrible.
So, stage 4. Stage 4, if anyone's familiar with this game at all, you know that stage 4 is a massive headache. It's this big desert. So we're going to simplify that. We're going to go for a little swim. And by a little swim, I mean a really big swim.
Nice to be back on terra firma.
Come on.
Come on, Blasto.
Do your worst. Or do your best, whatever, that's fine too. There we
Nice.
go. So,
All right.
Yeah. Alright, so what happens there is, this is crazy. ledges or whatever, the hitboxes for like actually climbing out of water, isn't where the actual geometry exists, like visually. The hitbox for it is actually extended outwards. And because of that, like corners have like overlapping information of hitboxes. So basically I just back up and just let the corners like try to push me around and it will just push me through the wall. And so I go out of bounds and I'm underwater and I swim out from the wall and stuff, but the game still thinks I'm underwater, so it doesn't know what to do, so it just panics and floods the whole level with water.
Yeah, this is not a water section of the game.
Yeah, there's no water. Yeah, there's only water at the beginning of the stage, and that's it.
It's a really, really long level, and in fact, you're supposed to go from Chapter 4 between Chapter 5 and Chapter 6 and back, and all this stuff, and we don't.
Yeah, we don't do that. we don't like that. So I have to die there just because I can't make the swim all the way. Now the old route, you used to be able to swim to the end of the level, and Alienville, the next level, would actually take in the water from the stage. But I found a new little trick, and I should despawn the water here.
Nice.
So for whatever reason, that black sludge just despawns the water. And I think it's because it's like the trigger for it is technically like water itself. And if you swim over top of like another pool of water while you're in a swim glitch, it'll like take out the glitch and everything. So, oh, I can't wait for this.
Yes. The game didn't crash. It just can't render this cutscene for some reason.
To say the least, the game's poorly optimized. So, Alienville.
This is such a bad game.
Alienville's a lot of fun.
That's at Chapter 7, by the way. We skipped 3 chapters.
Yeah. So we went to Chapter 4 to Chapter 7. There's 3 sections in this one. But again, we only need 1. Because this game's great. And in this stage, there's this big snarf. And normally you're supposed to get this alien cloning weapon that shoots these aliens like out past him. And he'll go chasing them down instead of chasing you. Oh, you bastard.
Well said, Blasto. Yeah, this stage is a nightmare normally, because you have to... do you have to fight the mini-boss with the jetpack, or is...
No, I don't have to do anything.
Oh, no, not you. Anybody. I mean in general. Are you supposed to use the jetpack?
Oh, yeah, you're supposed to use the jetpack to fight the mini-boss and all that stuff, but we're not going to do that. So, there's some great collision detection. I get up on this ramp, he's going to chase me around, but he can't reach me because I'm technically like partially out of bounds. If I fall off, he'll eat me. Yeah, so he's just going to chase me forever. And if I fall off, he'll eat me. And if I die by him eating me, he'll just stay in my face every time I respawn. So I just suicide off by jumping out of bounds. And he goes back to his respawn point. So I don't have to deal with him, I'm done with him. Now we get the jetpack, and we have a little fun. So now we're going to basically do the same trick again, but this time with the jetpack. Come on, Blasto.
Wait for it. Here we are.
Yeah. So now I'm just flying into a black void of being out of bounds. Now, if you remember where I spawned when I first got in the game, directly behind me was the exit, but it's actually below the map, and you have to go through the entire stage to open the door to the exit. But with the jetpack, I can just fly to the end of the stage.
Yeah, they had a lot of confidence to spawn the exit.
Oh, wow, I am way off.
They had a lot of confidence to spawn the exit right next to where you spawn, and just have faith that you won't be able to clip through it. And surprisingly, you can't. Like, the walls are really, really thick.
Where am I?
Geronimo!
So apparently I was,
Off we go!
There we go. TV's so dark I couldn't see. There we go. So there's the exit.
Found it.
Found it. Finally. Alright, so now we're heading to stage 8. Unfortunately, there's no tricks for stage 8, and it's a huge headache. So,
Well, collision detection's kind of a trick.
Yeah.
And grabbing ledges is a trick.
if you want to call missing ledges a trick. So yeah, the big headache in this game is when Blasto grabs ledges, especially in this stage. Sometimes he just doesn't want to, and I'll just, even though I can like hit the ledge at like chest level, he just won't grab it for no reason at all.
Yeah.
But this is a pretty straightforward level, so if you want to read any donations, you can go ahead.
Sure. We have $5 from Cosmic the Dolphin. Not gonna lie, this Blasto run is the best I've seen so far. PJ and St. Connor are both hilarious, and this game is so broken that it's made my day. Thanks for that, guys.
Thanks for the donation.
Yeah, thank you.
We have $30 from Beacon Unicorn.
Oh, don't troll me, come on.
I just realized I hadn't turned off ad block for the stream, so I'm just paying the money I stole from you and Doctors Without Borders before karma hits me hard. Good luck on the runs and all the upcoming games.
Yeah, so shout out to like Frankie Fierce and the Fast Force guys. They did a small marathon about a couple weeks ago. Doctors Without Borders too. Raised a few $100s. So, but Fast Force, they do like blind runs, speed runs, and stuff like that, and they do a lot of racing and stuff on SRL.
We have $10 from Daniel Adamski, 145.55 hype. Really looking forward to Goat Rope's run now.
Yeah, so there's that fantastic invisibility.
Yeah,
that's not
this is the worst power-up.
quote unquote invisibility. That's not really invisible at all.
All of the enemies know exactly where you are, and I think it makes them more aggressive, too.
We have $50 from James Thice. You guys rock. Love this GDQ marathons. We have $20 from MS Figure 94. Blasto was one of those games I played as a kid with my cousin. We grew up playing the game on a demo disc, then we on the actual game. This is crazy to watch. All the good memories deserve a donation. Good luck, everyone.
Oh, go away, please. Go away. So before I made that jump, I got hit by one of the aliens. Like, when I come around that corner and I shot the alien on the left, that was to stop him from charging his weapon, because if he hits me with it, it's going to one-shot me. But for whatever reason, he hit me with it, and it didn't kill me, so I'll take it.
Don't question it.
Don't question it.
It'll come back later.
I'll get killed here.
Final boss will take 2 lives away with 1 attack.
Did you sidestep me? Oh, wow.
Your mobility in this game with regards to dodging is pretty much non-existent. Like,
Yeah,
when the
like-
enemies shoot at you, you're hit.
If you have a sidestep and you have a backflip, wow. And you have a backflip that can like dodge. And that guy charges his weapon too, so I just want to make sure I get rid of him when I'm making those jumps.
Upsy daisy.
Alright, so heading into the final stage here. Coming up on the hardest trick. What? Wow, that was close.
Yeah.
So coming up on the hardest trick. It's kind of a modified version of what happened in the Uranian sand dunes. Don't hit me, don't hit me. Oh, okay.
Wow.
That's fine. It gives me full health, which is more beneficial when I get to the final boss. So.
You can continue on the spot.
Yeah, funny thing is, like, if I'm doing like perfect jumps, wherever I get killed at, it will spawn me the last time the game recognized me being on solid ground, like standing still. So. There we go.
Well done. Yeah. Alley-oop.
So now, this area actually has 4 stages, but we only need 1. So
They gave us a puddle.
now I'm just going to swim directly to the last boss in the game.
They gave us a puddle and we flooded the entire level.
Yeah, so the problem with that is like it doesn't work like stage 4 due to the fact that the water's so shallow, it's like waist deep. But if you do like if you're like hanging on an edge to climb up, Blasto's head actually goes underwater. So I'm holding X as I jump in, which is like similar to swimming when I'm actually in water. And that way I automatically grab the ledge as soon as I went down. And that put me low enough to be underwater. And then I let go on that frame and hold back in hopes of basically pushing me through. So, and it did, so we're good. Now, I'm here a little bit early and I got full life, so just gonna hang on.
So Blasto's supposed to be walking, but he's underwater, and the game doesn't know how to handle that.
Yeah. So that's actually a trigger to start a conversation with the boss. But I skip it completely by just going up to it while swimming, and then
No, it's not.
and then it pushes me back and die. And because of that, like he basically comes up in his chair and then goes away, and it starts the fight. I wanted to get the jetpack before I died, but it's fine. So, for whatever reason, the jetpack is another one of those things that despawn the water. I need him to kill me with it. He's not doing a very good job. There we go. So now the water's gone and I can fight.
These things are like the only meaningful way to do damage.
Yeah.
You collect the special guns and then they all have a special attack. Your normal laser does like nothing. I don't even know, does just the normal shot even damage him, or do you have to hit him with charge shots?
No, they do. It's just more efficient to do it with charge shots. And the Choco Ice Blaster, the one I'm using right now, is actually the most efficient gun because it does like the same damage as everything else, except it uses 10 resources instead of 20. So. Alright, now I'm just setting up for phase 2 here.
This phase is frustrating.
So I'll set up right there immediately so I can get invulnerability. I just need him to chase me around here. I get scared when he doesn't shoot anything. Because sometimes he'll just stand back. It does like no damage. Am I gonna get a cycle? Maybe. Stay right there.
Wow, nice.
And ready for time. Time.
This is the end, Bosk. No alien horde, no robotic costume, just
Time.
you and me.
Have mercy, Blasto.
What do you say?
It was 21-22.
21, 22?
22.
It's a good time.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Help me.
So generally you start like in episode 1 as soon as you gain control of Blasto.
Enough money in the galaxy to buy me.
So like 31 seconds off of that would actually be episode 21.
Yeah, that's a strong run.
Only gonna do your bidding.
The largest in the
And
galaxy.
my personal best / world record is
You
1939.
twisted little swine. I'm
And
Captain Blasto,
I actually got a good run of this just because I got the episode 9
master and jailer.
glitch real fast. So since I got a little bit of time though, since my estimate was 30 minutes, which is more than enough, I'm gonna show off something a little fun here.
Bosk, what did you just do?
A favor to PJs.
This is, so my first time playing this game, when it first loaded, I thought, man, I feel like this is a game where you could just jump right through the wall. And literally within 30 seconds, I jumped out of bounds and died in the first level. And it was the perfect introduction to Blasto for me because it prepared me for the rest of it. So I got to Area 4 and I was like, oh no, yeah, I can definitely do something with this water. And after trying a lot of different things, I managed to go out of bounds. And a few days after that, I found this. Well, actually, Renoplast found this. And then I think I found the setup that we'll use here.
Yeah.
But the first time this happened, I was laughing so uncontrollably for so long. I just could not control myself. Yeah, this is something.
So I'm going back to stage 4, and I'm going to do the swim glitch again. So while I'm setting up, you can go ahead and read some more donations if you'd like.
Sure. We have a $50 donation from Dafty. Good luck from F88, St. Connor's Choice.
Yeah, just put it to
Alucard?
Alucard, bid war.
You might be thinking this doesn't look like Area 4, but we'll get there.
Yeah. This is the hub. This is the basic, the level select. There's like a series of events you actually have to do to get to the hub, or you can do a warp route, which is kind of difficult, but very interesting. Something interesting to note too, the PAL version of this, episode 3 doesn't exist, and this is episode 3. And since there's no like E-pod from episode 3, you actually spawn on that ledge over there to the left.
Alley-oop. Ooh, sand and wet tights. Not my idea of a good time.
Gotta love Phil Hartman.
Yeah.
And sad thing about this too is like, you know, like at the in the end of the credits, they're like, you know, stay tuned for more adventures of Blasto. And Phil Hartman actually died 2 weeks after this was released, and basically because of that, he ended up canceling the second version of Blasto, which is really unfortunate, really sad, because Phil Hartman was an awesome comedian.
He was the man.
Is there anything else you want to read? Go.
You're watching Summer Games Done Quick, hosted by Speed Demos Archive and Speedruns Live. Speed Demos Archive is the premier community for video game speedruns, completing games as quickly as possible through extensive planning, practice, and knowledge of game mechanics and glitches. Speedruns Live is the best site to race video games online against others. Players of all skill levels are welcome to join, whether you'd like to become competitive or just race casually with friends. You can go to their front page, speedrunslive.com, for more information and to watch a wide variety of speedrun streams. We're raising money for Doctors Without Borders. Doctors Without Borders is an international medical humanitarian organization created by doctors and journalists in France in 1971. Today, MSF provides independent, impartial assistance in more than 60 countries to people whose survival is threatened by violence, neglect, or catastrophe, primarily due to armed conflict, epidemics, malnutrition, exclusion from healthcare, or natural disasters. In 1999, Doctors Without Borders received the Nobel Peace Prize for their efforts.
Alright, so I'm where I need to be, so here comes the setup. So there's actually a boss fight in this episode, and he actually spawns basically right behind me here. And so I'm going to trigger him real quick, but with the swim glitch.
Yeah, so again, they try and make Blasto run underwater.
Yeah.
And it breaks him
It
pretty
does,
bad.
It does some funky things. So now Blasto's crippled. His legs are broken, his arms going everywhere. And because of his arm like this, the lasers don't shoot straight anymore. So I'm useless in a fight. So I'm gonna keep the water because there's something else I want to show real quick here. So like I said, the old route of this utilized swimming to the end of the stage, and the water would be absorbed into the next stage. And because of this glitch, as well as the swim glitch itself, coming right here, there's a barrier right here, and right below me is the trigger to spawn the stage. I'm gonna wait till I get low health. Yeah. Just flail around.
You need to die during the the end of level cutscene. And when I did it, I don't know if you had different results. It wouldn't surprise me. But Blasto was so broken that he literally couldn't exit the level anyways, so I was guaranteed to drown.
and I die right there. Like, oh no, what's going on? And the game's like really spazzing out because you shouldn't be dying right now.
You messed up bad. Actually, you might have messed up bad.
Oh,
okay, no,
we're good. So it's going through the warp thing. That's why Blasto goes real small and gets real big again. So I still have the skewed angle glitch, but because I died during the animation of him spinning, he maintains the spin. So now I just swim spinning. And the lasers go everywhere now. So let's go fight some stuff. Let's see how we do. Come here, you.
Yeah,
so
pretty much impossible to make any progress now.
And the only way to get rid of it now.
Yeah, when you flood this stage, you actually don't have an oxygen meter. Because I guess the game doesn't realize you're underwater, but once you die, you can drown after that.
Yeah. And now there's oxygen, and I'm back to normal again. So, there you go. That's Blasto.
Tumbling mode is so strong.
Thanks, guys.
This is Summer Games Done Quick. That was Blasto with St. Connor. Be sure to give him a follow at twitch.tv/St. Connor. Coming up next is Chameleon Twist with Kefka 14. It's a 20-minute estimate. We should be set up for that pretty quickly. So you are watching Summer Games Done Quick, hosted by Speed Demos Archive and Speedruns Live for Doctors Without Borders. Here between games, we're going to take a quick little commercial break. But if you could just take a second and whitelist our stream on your AdBlock software, that would be just immensely helpful. Any money that we raise through ads goes straight towards helping to support the marathon and all the infrastructure and work that goes into this. Any money that comes through the subscription will go straight to Doctors Without Borders. And obviously we appreciate everything that you guys donate. So if you could just take a second, whitelist our ad block, and we'll see you soon.